Smell that? That's the aroma of new ideas brewing. I'm Regina, and join me as we catch up with SUSS alumni over coffee to see how lifelong learning, learning for life, and making an impact have shaped their journeys. Today, we'll meet someone who's turned lifelong learning into a force for positive change, using it to empower others and to build sustainable solutions for his community. Let's go! Hello, Keng Boon.
Hi, Regina.
You've earned a bachelor's, a master's, and you're now pursuing a PhD. What keeps you learning?
In fact, for me at SUSS, undergoing the bachelor's in building and project management, it actually helped me shape the way that I explore things and learn things. So this was a catalyst for me to continue learning. At the same time, for me, that created an interest in learning and exploring new knowledge. SUSS is this motto, whereby we learn today, apply tomorrow. But at my work, because we are 24 hours on call, we actually learn today, we apply a few hours later. The other part, it also keeps me very interested, is that I wanted to give back to the community. In that sense, I wanted to come back to SUSS as an associate faculty, because then I can contribute to the school that actually made me interested in learning.
It sounds like learning has shaped both your career and personal growth. How has this mindset affected your day-to-day life?
So as a father of two very young children who are 1 and 3 this year, it allowed me to impart the concept whereby you learn a new idea, you interject with different ideas to come up with a new solution or a new knowledge. As I guide my children to learn new things, I actually use this idea whereby they have an existing knowledge, how they link it to the current new knowledge, put it together, link it and become a whole structure whereby it becomes a habit in the long run. This is also how I would like to guide my younger colleagues. In this sense, I wanted them to be able to continue learning and be able to improve based on what they have, the environment that they have. In doing so, in my first position as a manager, 5 out of 7 of my colleagues were actually SUSS students, and they have now graduated. Thankfully, during manpower crunches, especially during the exam periods, the other teams were very willing to come in to support. So we are quite grateful that our organisation was very supportive for lifelong learning.
It's clear you're passionate about helping others grow. What's been your biggest takeaway?
The biggest takeaway for me going through SUSS was how then do you tie everything together. That is also how I apply some of the ideas at work to bring in new innovations, whereby it's partnering with people with different ideas, different knowledge, tie them together to deliver something that is usable and the community will love to have. The other part that I am looking at is tying up with Future Ready Society to develop a framework whereby you engage residents rather than a very top-down approach to infrastructure upgrading. We are looking at whether there's a bottom-up approach or even from the middle-out approach so that we can influence change at different levels. This is also why I see a very strong passion in terms of delivering projects, in terms of sustainability, in terms of innovation, because this will allow the infrastructure, the innovation, and as well as the community to adapt and grow in the longer term.
Thank you, Keng Boon.
Thank you, Regina.
Keng Boon's journey shows us the power of lifelong learning. It's rooted in people skills, adaptability, and making a difference. He's proof that lifelong learning goes beyond knowledge. It's about connecting and touching hearts. So, remember to keep your curiosity going and follow that sweet scent of success. It's closer than you think. Cheers!